Today is a very special day for us PR practitioners all over the world. I am sure that you are aware that July 16th has been chosen as the World PR Day to honor Ivy Ledbetter Lee, considered the founder of modern public relations. July 16th is his birthday. The theme World PR Day this year is Truth, Trust and Transparency. The three T's, joining with the fourth T called theme, has placed a great responsibility on all PR professionals. Each of the three T's has an important bearing on PR. The three T's are also closely interconnected. For PR professionals, fact-based information is the truth. That leads to the second T called trust. Truth is the foundation of trust, and once trust and truth have found their moorings, transparency takes place smoothly. The truth may not always be good or positive. As PR professionals, the best way to handle such a situation is to face it honestly. Be honest about the challenges we face and the mistakes we commit. I am sure that such an approach would help us in winning the trust of the people with whom we are dealing or interacting. The process also ensures transparency in all our dealings. This brings to me Omawumi Ogbe, Managing Partner of GLG Communications, the fastest growing PR and communication agency in Nigeria. According to Ogbe, P in the PR represents people. She is right. The most effective strategy and the plan would be of no use if the presence of right people are not there. They are the people who are implementing them. We needed to handle people with care and compassion. The people should be taken into confidence so that they develop the art of PR and communication most efficiently. We should be aware that every person with a smartphone is a potential communicator. Be it your office colleagues, neighbors, or even a passerby. Any one of them could create goodwill or havoc for you and your organization.
I was going through, I was sitting in Bangalore and talking to them. They said, we will do everything, don't worry, sir. My mind always running around, in Bangalore. I know their capability, but still, that is my habit. I won't sleep without getting a yes note from them. Anyway, this is the part of their job they have done, and our excellent team from Bangalore, the zonal chairman, Lata madam, she is the head of the PR department and she is the secretary of also KSRTC, and our YCC head, Madam Chinmay, she owns 2-3 companies, and she is one of the I don't know how many awards every month she gets. They are all excellent people. I may be the leader, I may be among them, I am among the equals, I may be in the front role, but it is them, they are doing the work. It is a teamwork which I believe. That's why we have gone to that extent, and we have completed, 50 chapters are already there now, and we are going to have another 3 chapters soon before our conclave. One is in Ahmedabad, one is in Dehradun. Dehradun we have nearby Calcutta, one more we have going to have. Like that, Puttur also they are thinking of having one. Mount Abu also we are having one. So it's mouth to mouth, they will know about organization and they come forward. And then I can't force anyone to make a team and all that. When they come, it will become strong. That's what I believe. I want everyone to help us. All our PR people, someone was telling, on their own, in the society, just now I was telling someone, even in the house, when you start from your house, when you start from the house in the morning, the way we behave with our own family, the way we behave with our own sisters or our father, mother. If you want a cup of coffee, before you go, come out of the house, your language, your talk with the mother or sister, it matters a lot. And yes, you are in a very, in a hurry, but the way you talk to your mother, here, later coffee koda, that is an order. Unfortunately, mummy late agate coffee koda, definitely she will give. There are so many ways of your relation with your own family or the office. This we have to learn. We will have to start from the house. So this is what our people taught for us, and we have to continue with that. There are maybe so many other factors. Anyway, I am not going to talk much on the public relations, or everyone has spoken this. And our doctor, chief guest, was telling today that he is ready to have some what's it? Yeah, including cancer, some screening they will do, and if you approach him, definitely he will have a organized one. You tell him.
You can come there. We have a vehicle to reach your doorstep.
Yeah, that is what he is offering. It is a public relation service he is doing. They can go to their house if any problem comes. Just pick up. You can take his number through someone, and he will be there at your doorstep. So this is what he was telling, that I'm very happy that you are announcing this in the World PR Day. It's a public service he is doing. I am very thankful to you, sir, for announcing this. And our Mr. Holla will help you on this in this regard. And those who have come from outside, Kerala, with all these difficulties, they have come here. And particularly Chennai, they also they wanted to come, they could not come because of this, problems due to heavy rain, they could not come. Hyderabad people, they started but they could not reach. All these problems, unforeseen problems. Anyway, I am thankful to all of you having come here, be with for our last 2 hours and listen to all the dignitaries. And in fact, one thing I forgot to tell, Mr. Ravi, when he was coming from Bangalore, he came to know that his one of the cousins died. So he had to leave, but he did not show it to us. He was here for some time, and immediately after he left, and he is reaching Bangalore maybe tonight. No, this is how it works. People who are really interested in PR, they will come. They will give their, particularly Mr. Our Secretary Bangalore chapter. He is there everywhere. Bangalore, everyone knows him. Maybe doctor will tell us much better than any time. Even 12 o'clock when we ask his number, everyone knows. He will help even if it is midnight. That's what the service we PR people we are giving, or social service we do. And it may be mid of the night or any this thing. We are here for your service. We have our own social cell. We do conduct our Daughters Day, Communicators Day, all these social causes. These are all the things. If you go to Mr. Holla, he will tell you all these details. And I request all of you to kindly help our Bangalore chapter to go, and they will do wonderful job. From today onwards, they will be in the main lines. We have 50 chapters. We have, when we come to 16th global meet, there will be big competitions among them, chapters, who does better. So there will be a lot of, motivating awards and all that. It will be very interesting, meeting all the PR people of India and abroad. We get about 40 to 50 foreigners from London, from Germany, and our other Dubai, from everywhere. They will come and enjoy their 2 days, mingle with our network. It is a huge network. You will enjoy being with our own PR people. You can enlarge your networking also. So this is where we are very strong. May not be other departments. We know the sky is the limit for us. Our growth is like that. So I request all of you to kindly come and attend our conclave. You will know how strong we are in PR. Sorry, because everything others have already informed you. This is just a small visit. Thank you so much for being with us for the last 2 hours, and we'll see you in Calcutta. Thank you so much.
Who is dealing with public relations, not only with the professionals as well as the academic bodies. I'm very happy to tell you that around 50 chapters of Public Relations Council of India throughout the country, they are celebrating the World Public Relations Day today. It's a great honor for all of us to be with you, and I'm very happy our Bangalore chapter is celebrating the World Public Relations Day in a very meaningful way with all our zonal PR awards and state PR awards. And I think we are also launching the logo of our global conclave, which will be held in November 2022 also. My dear friends, during this occasion, I think the theme of this basic conference is the truth, transparency, and reputation and trust of a PR manager. As all of us know, public relations is part of our life. You cannot forget public relations. A man with good public relations, a company with good public relations, an institution with good public relations will survive. I think all of us know the importance of public relations. And gradually, after the growth of Indian media industry, for the past 2 or 3 decades from now, as and when the technology has started dictating terms, I think gradually the concept of public relations, the way of presentation, the role of PR, the functions, and all those things are being redefined, which doesn't mean to say that the technology has changed, whereas the communication process has not changed. See, most of us, what we do is, we try to glorify the technology and forget the major concept part. It is a fact that public relations is very important, and it will survive. Subject to condition, we may also have to change as per the situation. Because now, the greatest challenge before all PR managers, we have what's called the technology. The communication process has fastened. The delivery of message, dissemination of information has fastened because of the technology. But the original message, original truth, original transparency, original dedication remains the same. At any point of time, we should never forget this concept. Because it is not very easy to be a PR manager. You may be an executive director of PR, you may be a general manager of PR, you may be called as a public relation officer, you may be called as a corporate communication manager, whatever the terminology may be. It is not that easy to work as a public relations man. Public relations is a skill, it's an art where you have to gain on your work. See, as academicians and as researchers, we go on delivering quite a lot of lectures. We always say the do's and don'ts of public relations. But most of the time, all our arrows will not work in the field. There are quite a lot of other challenges. For a PR man, at every point of time, at every minute is a challenge. My dear friends, if you want to succeed in this particular field, it is your dedication, it is your hard work, it's your transparency, it's your honesty, and the love for your work will bring you success. It is not that easy, because at every point of time, every PR manager, we have a challenge at every point. Because I may be an academician, I am a PR for a lot of leaders and politicians, I know. Our bosses
everybody's name and calling them by name and making them come up. It's very amazing to see such things, and I learned one more PR trick from, right? The whole reason for me to be here was only one. I thought whether I learned PR from you people, I don't know. Why not I play PR for my university today, I thought. Right? So I play some PR role for my university. What else I can tell you people? You know PR much more than what I know. But one thing what we always forget is the other person. We call it as OPV, one person's view. And the same OPV means other person's view too. But when you don't know this is the problem we face. And we think there is only one person's view, that is my view. If that goes off, I think the whole communication will start, and then the PR people may not be here at all. But unfortunately in our country and all over the world, we require PR because we don't know how to communicate at all. We want some other media to communicate, some other medium to communicate, some other system to communicate. I think that way you people are the system which we are using. Thank you all. I started my journey in Kidwai, as they told me. Then every day when I get up from my OPD, I always have a sickening feeling after not because I am seeing sick people, but I am unable to help them mainly financially. Medically speaking, it was easy for us to say prescribe a medicine, for example, but we are not seeing what is the cost involved. At least during those days, we were struggling to even give chemotherapy which people used to prescribe. So that is where I think Mr. Siddhargadavar, who is here coming here incidentally, he wanted to show his face, I think, when I want to say that. He was my PRO who did that job so well, because when he called me, I couldn't resist it. Thanks to PRO, my PRO, Mr. Siddhargadavar Swami, I am here. When I started that way, then I thought we'll have to do something to the community at large and the people at large. Most of the people, I don't know how many of you know what is happening to the cancer in our country, because we always are worried about diabetes and hypertension, etc., hoping that the cancer will not affect us. It's always the neighbor. We always say it is always the neighbor's disease, not our disease. But the problem here is that when it hits, then it hits the whole person, the family, the society at large, the friends, everybody feels bad, depressed, etc., because they think that the cancer means it's death for it, but it is not so today. I came to say that one line. It is not so today. We have just leaped forward so much that when we catch them early, we can cure them all. So you people have to help me to catch. That is the only message I would like to tell you today as PROs. You can. And that is what we are doing in the last 7 years of my stay here. I used the Bangalore University, NSS, went to all the rural people here. At least 3 districts we covered. Districts of Dakshina Kannada, Udupi and Kodagu. And trained those NSS volunteers, youngsters to reach the public. Then we trained the Anganwadi and Asha worker in Udupi district. Again, we helped them to reach the public. And we thought what we are doing is right or wrong, whether it's having an impact or not. That's where the Tata Trust of Mumbai came to help. And what happened was that they gave us necessary finance to go and see the impact which we have created. That's where my relationship started with them, which has resulted in last June 11th, the inauguration of the Zuleika Enopaya Institute of Oncology. I will request you, everyone, to come and see, which somebody said in their talk, in the welcome speech. You must come to see the facility which we have created thanks to Tata Trust for the poor. And for the poor it is. It's not for the... frankly speaking, I have nothing to do with Mangalore. I have no reason to stand in front of you in Mangalore, working here for 7 years. Neither I was born here, nor I was brought up here, nor I was working. Only one reason I came was to create an institute, and that's what ended in after my 6 years of struggle. But the support from the Chancellor, etc., were great, and most importantly, the Tata Trust. We have the best of the institute today. You need not go anywhere else. Ask treatment, it is available with us. You ask, so robotic surgery, we are doing it. The highest end radiotherapy is available. PET CT is available. Everything is available at the most affordable cost. That is where the most important thing, and 90% of the patients who have been treated with us belong to the below poverty line, and only 10% are giving off from their pockets. The most important thing which we have created there is for the public, and that is where the public relations, I think, should come. The gap should be really bridged by you all. and I am very will be thankful to you if only you can do that effectively for me. The first thing is come and see us, and then you see what work we are doing, and the third thing is make use of that by informing others. On the other hand, the most important problem we face today in the hospital setting, which you all read every day, day in and day out, is ultimately because of the miscommunication. If only the doctor or the person who is treating the patient has spent 2 extra minutes, I think we would have avoided lot of mishaps which we are seeing today in the TV or in the newspapers. That is from our side, that mistake, 2 minutes extra. On the other hand, the patients today and the people, you, me, everybody, thanks to our ATM, mobile, Instagram, they want the results like this. Unfortunately, I have not got enough to give them. I am a simple human being like you all. We can't treat everybody and give the results as you expect, but that is not what is now the expected by the people. There is no tolerance, there is no patience. Unfortunately, I don't know where to start and where to train and where we have lost the bus when it comes to that. They think that everything should go the best way they want to because they are in the hospital, and that is where the whole problem starts. There is something called as the disease. They are forgetting that disease with the disease or with the problem they have come. We are only making an attempt to cure or control the problem. I don't know who has to start, but I thought at least I will request you people to pass on the second message that everything cannot be controlled, everything cannot be cured, and I think I have to quote Bhagavad Gita only. When there is a birth, there has to be a death. If we do not accept that as though we are immortals, we are going to behave, then it is very sad. So this is from the patient side. On the hospital side, I already told you that we have to spend more time in communicating rather than treating the patient. I will go to that extent. That treatment can take a second priority, but communicating to the patient and the relatives, explaining